Good morning and welcome into Channel Seeds Field at Harlan and Hazel Rogers Sports Complex in Fort Dodge, Iowa, home of the Girls State Softball Tournament presented by Iowa Farm Bureau. I'm John Schaefer alongside Joanna Settles, and in just a moment we'll get the matchup between Winterset and Burlington in an elimination game today right here on the Girls Union Network powered by the Mid-American Energy Company. And yesterday, Joanna, you and Trent Condon called this the bracket of opportunity. I like that mentality. I think we got to stick with it today because certainly their tournament is far from over if you get a win today.
It is, but the pressure is on, no doubt about it, right? You need to win today to continue playing in this double elimination state tournament. You also want to win for your seniors, right? Even if you just have one, you still want to win for your seniors, and you don't want this special season to end. Absolutely.
Well, you look at two teams here, both coming off losses yesterday in their opening round game. Burlington dropped a tough one to ADM 10-1, and then Winterset fell to Western Dubuque in a slugfest that was 11-5. This is a young Winterset team. Meanwhile, Burlington, a little bit more senior experience, especially in the circle with Kylie Hill.
Kylie Hill is so good, but where the experience is on the coaching staff, right? How about Larry Heath at Burlington? He's coached more than 4 decades, and I don't think I've ever known Burlington softball without seeing him somewhere on that field. I played against his teams back in the 90s. A few years ago, I was walking past the softball field on the way to a track meet, and there was Larry working some girls out. I'll tell you what, he loves the game. He loves his players, and there's no question about it. He loves to win.
Absolutely, and winning certainly has come Larry Heath's way. Meanwhile, Winterset, no stranger to this place in Fort Dodge here at Rogers Sports Complex, but Anita Smith only in her second season with Winterset, working out some kinks, but again, just one senior in this lineup.
Right, and you know what? There's a lot of youth, but there's so much experience. So many play club. They play all year long, and so it changes the dynamics of softball.
Absolutely. Well, let's turn it over to Tim Fitzpatrick for our starting lineups and the order for our non-starters as well.
Your assistant coaches, Betsy DeBauer, Mike Kelker, and Sadie Plummer. Now here's your starting lineup. For the Burlington Greyhounds, leading off playing shortstop number 2, Ava Brandenburg. Batting second at second base, number 7, Addie Brandenburg. Batting third and doing the pitching, number 13, Kylie Hill. Cleanup hitter for the Greyhounds in right field, number 11, Ava Fawcett. Batting fifth at first base, number 17, Brycelyn Patton. Batting sixth at third base, number 4, Kenley Levinson. Batting seventh at left field, number 3, Aubrey Mason. Batting eighth, the designated player, number 9, Gemma Plummer. And batting in the ninth position, the center fielder, number 12, Annabelle Allen. And your flex player doing the catching, number 14, Ava Moffitt. Head coach for the Greyhounds, Larry Heath. And now let's meet the home team, the Winterset Huskies. Here are your non-starters. Number 8, Paige White. Number 12, Brooke Roberts. Number 20, Macy Landers. Number 24, Paisley Jack. And number 28, Nora Mersberger. Your assistant coaches, Jen Devine and Abby Williams. And now here's your starters for the Winterset Huskies. Leading off, playing shortstop, number 10, McKenna Olson. Batting second at third base, number 4, Macy Olson. Batting third, doing the pitching, number 23, Danica Ferber. Cleanup hitter for the Huskies in left field, number 13, Eva Minnick. Batting fifth, playing second, number 25, Nora Loudon. Batting sixth, the designated player, number 40, Taylor Van Pelt. Batting seventh in center field, number 14, Addie Gross. Batting eighth in right field, number 22, Kenley Smith. Batting in the ninth position, the catcher, number 7, Kayla Roberts. And your flex player playing first base, number 19, Eddie Good. Head coach for the Huskies, Anita Smith. Now, fans, let me introduce you our umpires for this 4A contest as assigned by the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. At first base, Phil Crease. At third base, Tim Rogers. And calling the balls and strikes today, Mr. Paul Bird. All right, let's play state tournament softball.
Getting ready for first pitch here really quick. You're watching the 2026 Girls State Softball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau, as sole title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. Iowa Farm Bureau is proud to champion our youth and all they have to offer Iowa's future. Quick look at the Sioux Cup stats coming into this game. Both Winterset and Burlington averaging close to 6 runs a game. They hit around a lot. Home runs wise, both have big bats in their lineup. I think we're in for what could be another slugfest after what we saw yesterday.
Yes, and you can't talk about a slugfest without talking about home runs. How many were there?
33 total home runs across all 5 classes yesterday.
Yeah, that's in one day. I personally got to see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. And a couple of them were just bullets. They were line drive shots. Incredible. Williamsburg, Clarissa Sewer, she had her first home run.
That's
it was the
awesome.
15th point for Williamsburg, and that's in Class 3A. So what a fun time. I think her dad, Leroy, might have shed a tear.
Wind's going to be blowing in today, but to your point, Joey, and I do think the ball's going to pierce through it a bit and try and get out over the fence. Short fences here, 200 all-around corners across. It makes for a really fun setup.
It sure does. Now this is a physics lesson, right? So if they're powering through and driving through that strike zone, that will carry through that wind. But if it's up higher, that's where that wind might have more of an effect.
Absolutely. Well, as we get ready for inning number 1, pitch number 1, Danica Ferber will take the circle. Yesterday, did a decent job. She did get a quick pull, but again, I think with the double elimination, we saw maybe a quicker trigger from coaches to make pitching changes, keep arms fresh, because they know the track to get to a state championship maybe a little bit longer, trying to keep arms healthy.
Right, the depth of your pitching staff definitely matters, and you don't have to worry about pitch count, right? So different from baseball in that aspect, and so if they're not on, that's okay. Let somebody else have a shot, and they can try it again tomorrow.
And we're underway. Ava Brandenburg takes strike 1. Ferber working ahead early, going to try and find that strike zone and work from there as Brandenburg takes strike 2 as well. Yesterday she went 1 for 3 in that game against ADM. Ferber likes to work quick. That ball shot to the left side, just foul. Stays an 0-2 count. Again, just 1 run yesterday for Burlington. That 1 run coming off the bat of Kylie Hill, who went 1 for 3. You'll see her in the circle. State champ in shot put. We talked about that. You've seen her around the shot put field events at times back in the spring too.
Right, she just owned both the shot put and the discus. She's so strong. So when you put her on the mound, she just has so much power coming off the mound to really bring the heat.
Brandenburg batting .471 this season. Has a triple, 17 RBIs, draws a lot of walks as well, leads the team with 16 as that is fouled back, and she keeps the at-bat alive. Does the lefty, still stays an 0-2 count. And something about lefties that I've noticed in the tournaments, they're not an easy strikeout ever, if it seems like. That little blooper drops in just to the left of the foul ball, or third baseline, I should say.
That's inches away from definitely a single. I mean, she'd almost push that for a double right there.
She's got the speed to do it. 11 stolen bases this season as well, and to the point of strikeouts, only struck out 4 times all year.
Impressive.
Does what a leadoff batter should do, gets on base as she fires that one. That slicing foul, and trying to make the play on it was Minnick, just a bit out of reach.
It was, but I love the adjustment by Winterset. Their coaches have their left fielder hugging that line over there because they know she's behind the pitch here with the speed. And so look how close she is to that left field line.
Shortstop shifting over as well, and McKenna Olson. Macy Olson sits at hot corner there at third as Ferber deals. And another slicing foul ball. And again, Ava Brandenburg working a lot of pitches here early for Ferber.
She's close to dropping one in. All those close to being a base hit. You want to get a really good jump on the ball if you're the shortstop or the left fielder, even the third baseman there to try to catch one of these.
Another one fouled off. This one out of play. Should mention Ferber, just an 8th grader going into her freshman year at Winterset, and what a spot to be in. Made her state debut yesterday, but a lot of trust from head coach Anita Smith to go back to her.
Right, and you can't put an 8th grader out there without a great defense behind her.
Again, young Winterset team. Winterset no stranger to this as that's shot up the middle. Olson makes the play, throw across in time. Beautiful play by McKenna Olson.
Next throw by McKenna Olson.
Yeah, nice job. Great footwork there as she fields it cleanly with a perfect throw. That was close. That made the umpire think.
Brandenburg trying to shoot that back up the middle, but again, McKenna Olson has a lot of range. Coach Smith had talked about that leading into this tournament. Maybe among the best in 4A with her range at shortstop. That brings up Addie Brandenburg. She fouls off the first pitch she sees. Went 1 for 3 yesterday. Batting .333 this year. 12 walks on the season, 19 RBIs. And I think maybe just a warning to keep things moving a bit for the batter. I didn't quite catch that. Again, one of the drawbacks of us being up high this year, we don't quite hear those interactions like we have in years past, is that's fouled back and to the netting.
I do love how both of these 1-2 batters here for Burlington, both Brandenburgs battling hard, right? Anything close in the range, they're firing, just trying to put something in play.
Saw that a bit yesterday from Burlington. They don't wait for the pitch count to go up. They don't certainly wait for their count to build. They go to work right away. Not really sure. We've had a couple of pauses here from our home plate umpire. Now brings the 0-2 with 1 down. Ferber delivers up and away on the rise ball, and it's a great pitcher's pitch with the 0-2 count.
It is. You want to stretch that zone a little bit, see if they'll bite.
Brings us 1-2. Addie Brandenburg once again. Second baseman for Burlington. Swing and a miss, fouled back, and we're going to get a check on our home plate umpire as that one stung him a bit. And rightly so, his crew comes in to check on him. Props to all of our umpiring crews this week. Obviously, they have a not thankless job, but certainly deserve a lot of credit for what they do, and we can't have these sports without our officials across all of them.
Right, and if you've never officiated, you don't realize how difficult it is. It's not easy. It's easy to be in the stands and say that they're wrong, but it's not an easy job. And yesterday, there was the heat to battle as well, which was a lot. And so a lot of respect for our umps. It's nicer today, so appreciate that, even making it a little bit more comfortable for them to do their job. Yeah,
heat indices up around 110, I think it was yesterday, and obviously there's a little breeze, which helped, but things have totally shifted out here. Things in the 70s, winds out of the north, and so a beautiful day for state softball, day 2 on the elimination bracket, or the bracket of opportunity. Is there's Ferber's first strikeout of the day, gets Brandenburg to swing and miss for out number 2.
That was a great pitch. She really brought the heat on that one.
Again, one thing that stands out about Ferber, she's not afraid to mix up her locations, change the eye level of batters. Makes it tough to predict where it's going to be, and that brings up Kylie Hill. Changeup comes in for a strike. Hill 1 for 3 again, RBI yesterday. We'll talk about her pitching side when she takes the circle in the home half of 1. Swing and a miss from Hill for strike 2, and Ferber works ahead. She's worked ahead in each count she's had today.
That's a great sign for Winterset. Kylie Hill, however, is the leader for Burlington in home runs. She has 6.
And Ferber sits her down. Another swing and a miss. Back-to-back Ks makes it a 1-2-3 inning. And now Winterset will take the batter's box in the home half of 1 on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
At Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Yeah, it's a trip when you hit the road. And when you know when you've arrived. It's a trip when you get everything you want. The burger and the fries, the creek and the crick, the city and the countryside. It's a trip when you're where you're meant to be. In this moment, in this bathroom mirror, looking like $1 million. And yeah, it's a trip when it goes by fast. Des Moines. It's a trip. Make it yours.
Three up, 3 down for Winterset on the defensive side of things. Now they'll try and get to Kylie Hill, who went 2 innings yesterday, gave up 2 hits, 5 runs. Only one of those earned. Had 3 strikeouts and 2 walks in the circle for Burlington yesterday. Didn't get a ton of help defensively. Otherwise, I thought she pitched a really nice game.
Right, she did a nice job. And you take away, I mean, even if there's 1 or 2 errors, that changes things. But to get to 6, that makes it difficult.
It really does. And so she'll see if she can get a little more defensive help today. Again, Burlington with that tough matchup against ADM. Pushed it to 6 innings before the run rule came into effect. Now Winterset, whose bats were red hot yesterday, going to lead off with McKenna Olson. Went 2 for 4 on the day against Western Dubuque. Olson with a pair of singles. She's been clutch in the leadoff spot this season as well. And we're away. Hill, a little bit more heat behind it, but does not find the zone with her first pitch. It's a ball. And you're definitely going to see contrasting strength styles here between Kylie Hill and Ferber in the circles. Just 1 age, 2 experience, 3. Kylie Hill, I know we've talked about it a lot, just a great athlete, period.
She is. I mean, she's a multi-state champion already, right?
Yeah.
When you throw in shot put, discus, and that's just this year. So she's a special athlete.
Mix in the mental side, too. Obviously, in that circle, you're a bit on an island as a pitcher, and so you've got to have that mental toughness to hold your own as well. 2-1 count. That just stays down a bit. On deck, Macy Olson had 2 RBIs. Went 1 for 4 as swing and a miss from McKenna. A nice change in speed there from Hill, and she blows the fastball past her.
She does. She keeps it low in the zone.
So the 2-2 now on the way. That's battled back. Olson keeps the AB alive. Winterset beat Grinnell 2-1, a low-scoring affair to get to the state tournament. Huskies have been here 14 times. But a little bit of a drought as of late. That ball hit high, hard, but camping out under it is Allen, and she'll field it cleanly for out number 1. Olson getting maybe just a little bit under it for where she wanted, but that, again, goes back to Hill finding a good spot in the zone.
She did, but that was a good at-bat. She battled hard. Those first batters for both teams, taking a lot of pitches, working hard, putting the ball in play, and doing a good job.
Macy Olson hit a 2-run home run in the 6th inning yesterday. Takes strike 1. One of 5 home runs in that game between Western Dubuque and Winterset. Ball stays up and away. 1-1 count. A little different pace. So yesterday, Winterset, Western Dubuque, that pace in the circle was so quick, so fast, you couldn't look down at notes or anything like that. As that ball shot up the middle, nifty little hop, and Macy Olson's on board with the infield single.
Nice hard hit through the infield.
Tough for Ava Brandenburg to make that play. Ranging to her left, just takes a little bit of a big hop on her over her glove, and with 1 out, Winterset has 1 aboard. Brings up Danica Ferber. Went 1 for 2 yesterday. That ball popped up. It's going to drift back and out of play into the bleachers.
Nice try, sir.
Our PA having some fun with the fans, trying to make the play on the foul ball. Ferber nubs that down to third, going to try and twist things up. Out at second, throw gets away. Ferber's going to round first, head for second. Slides in safely there. Burlington able, though, to get the lead runner, even with Ferber planted now at second.
Right, and just because you can turn 2 doesn't mean you should turn 2. And that was a situation where it was going to be, she was pretty much safe. That's where you hold the ball and don't worry about that extra throw, which turned into an extra base.
So that puts a runner in scoring position for Eva Minnick, who went 3 for 4 with an RBI. Minnick yesterday, a pair of singles and a double, as well as a pop out to second. So Minnick, the dangerous bat, in the cleanup spot. Hill delivers. She fires it back up the middle, fielded cleanly by Addie Brandenburg. Throw over in time, no harm done, one left on base. No runs to show, no errors for Burlington as we head to the top of 2, tied at 0 here on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
Hey, Frank. Oh, it looks like you spilled some grease.
Grills are multiplying and you need flavor that's bold.
There's nothing left for you to do
But to go to Fairway, your dream for Midwest meat. It's the one you need. Oh, yes, indeed. Oh, you better stake up. Fairway and meat go hand in hand.
This dream is meant for you and me.
Poultry, pork, and beef, your home for Midwest meat. It's the one you need. Oh, yes, indeed. Oh, yes, indeed.
Fairway, it's the one you need.
We sit scoreless through an inning of play. Ava Fawcett due up, Brycelyn Patton on deck, and Kenley Levinson sits in the hole. Fawcett 1-for-2 yesterday.
Second right fielder, number 11, Eva.
Batting .412 on the year. 18 RBIs this season. And 2 home runs. The lefty sits in, offers at it, fouled back. And again, double elimination this year means no hope is lost, even with that first round loss. How do you feel about the adjustment to the format, Joanna?
I think it's great. It's summer. There's no school. Let's play softball.
Absolutely. Give these girls an opportunity to. Don't make it doom and gloom, I should say, with that first round game should it not go your way.
Yeah, those first round losses weren't as devastating yesterday. You know, last year I walked through some first round losses that were, you know, lots of tears. And this one there's still a little hope, right? But now it's on for this one.
Fawcett flies out to Loudon for out number 1.
Catch for out number 1.
That brings up Brycelyn Patton, 1-for-3 yesterday. Patton batting .293 as a whole this season. He's only struck out 4 times. Tough out in the right side of the batter's box. That ball stays up and away in the zone or outside the zone.
It is so important what the chatter is in the dugout right now, right? Burlington has not had a base hit yet. This is batter number 5. So important to get someone on, right? Even working the count and getting on a walk or something, just kind of to break loose a little bit. So you want to get up there, have your mentality, get a hit, get on base, and get things started for the Greyhounds.
How can the dugout help create some of that momentum too, and maybe that mindset as they approach the plate? As that's flared out into right, having to get on it, and what a snag out in right by Smith. On the run, Tenley Smith. An impressive snare out there.
It is. That's why you have a jump on the ball and you keep running through that. Those feel really good.
Playing for the Greyhounds, third baseman, number 4, Kenley Levinson.
But back to that point, the dugout is so lively in softball. It's something I appreciate about this sport so much, but I feel like it can create that engagement, but also the communication that has to go batter to batter.
It does. Well, first of all, it's just the environment, right? It's just a positive, encouraging, lots of endorphins, right? And yet you have your focus. When you're on deck, you definitely want to make sure you're timing this pitcher. Not a lot of off speed with her.
Pretty straightforward stuff from Ferber. And again, as she gets older, I'm sure she'll add more to her arsenal of pitches, but it's been effective. Her third strikeout of the day as she gets Levinson to fan at it. Another 1-2-3 inning, and the Huskies are due up in the home half of 2 on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
At Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people. who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Whether you volunteer or hang with friends, play pickleball, read or follow trends. No matter what your retirement style, you deserve healthy eyes and a healthy smile. Some Medicare plans don't cover vision or dental. With Delta Dental, you can save on what's essential. Get coverage and take care of your health. It's peace of mind, so treat yourself. It's more affordable than you might think. Give us a call or visit this link.
We're back. Nora Lounen due up 2 for 4, 2 RBIs yesterday in the loss to Western Dubuque. And Joanna, you and I talking off camera about how the game's evolved in softball. So much strategy. Not to say there isn't still some, but the attention by batters is so much more about exit velo and physics and the stats and the angles of everything. It's really changed how the batters approach the game.
Well, it seems like especially even this year, there's more and more home runs, obviously. So that changes things. You want to continue to advance the runner, so lots of sacrifices as well, which is always just smart softball. But you're just always you want to put pressure on the defense. That's what that is. And so we haven't seen that yet, right? Right now it's pitchers. It's Hill versus Ferber for sure.
Loudon grounds out to Addie Brandenburg for out number 1. Brings up Taylor Van Pelt, 1 for 3, the designated player. She'll stay away from the first pitch she sees, but it's across the zone for a strike. Well, and there's something to be said, too, for the mentality of leadoff runners getting on, play a bunt. You as a 2-hole hitter, as you mentioned, or that was your specialty, as that ball tries to hop over. What a grab. The throw not in time, but Levinson reduces any damage done by Van Pelt.
Yeah, defensively, that's all you can do, right? That was a great job, a great reach, a great stretch. And then at first base, you have Patton almost into a full split to make it as close as they could, because that's a tough ball.
Again, the defense showing up big for both these teams early. As Addie Gross steps in, center fielder for Winterset. She'll shoot one through the left side. That's going to be a single out into left. And 2 runners aboard, runners at first and second off back-to-back hits.
Now batting right fielder number 22, Kenley Smith.
Gross wasting no time. First pitch she sees, she sends it out into left.
I was surprised they didn't have a pinch runner for her initially. So now you have pinch runner number 20 coming in for Winterset.
Macy Landers steps in for the IMT insurance substitution.
And this changes things defensively, right? If it goes to the left side, which there's been a lot of action, now you just touch on your base there at third base, which takes a little pressure off. Obviously, you have to clean it, field it cleanly, softly.
Saw that a couple times where maybe your eyes get ahead of the ball and you don't watch it into your mitt. And takes a little bit of a hop off you. That fastball stays low in the zone to Tenley Smith. 0 for 2 looking for her first hit on the tournament. Reminder, all substitutions and changes in today's game brought to you by IMT Insurance. Learn how you can be worry-free with IMT at imtins.com. That'll find the zone. A 1-1 count now to Smith.
And from our vantage point, that was hard to differentiate, those 2 pitches. They
Absolutely.
were both just out of the zone and just in the zone. So she's working that low part of the zone.
It's one of the things I miss about being low right behind the dugout. Being able to just see pitch location as that's blooped out into right. Going to find no man's land. Gets down. And the bases are full for Winterset on Smith's first hit of the tournament. Just takes it off the hands and pushes it out into right field over the head of Addie Brandenburg. And all of a sudden the Huskies are threatening.
1 out, base is loaded. You can see the defense come in more shallow. Shortstop and second base coming in.
Kayla Roberts, the 9-hole hitter and catcher for this Winterset team, as that stays out of the zone to Roberts. That brought some heat with it, did Hill. Roberts connects, fired over to third. Play at home is in time. Throw down for the double play, and Burlington ends the inning a beautiful 5-2-3 double play.
Outstanding. Just on the money. They've practiced it so many times with Coach Heath. Field it cleanly, go home, go to first, get the double play. That's the energy they need to shut down Winterset when they were very threatening.
Well, the big defensive play by the Greyhounds keeps this scoreless as we go to the top of 3 on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
Freedom Tire is proud to support the Iowa Girl through their sponsorship of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping you on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Give us a try at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of the IGHSAU.
Well, we remain scoreless. A few hits there for Winterset. Ends up not adding to the scoreboard at all for them. 4 hits total in this game for the Huskies. Burlington still looking for their first blemish on Ferber's scoreboard.
And you know that Burlington's, the top of the lineup is strong, the middle is strong, but you know what? So are these bottom 3. With Mason, Plummer, and Allen, they can get on, they have speed, and they can get it done and to flip the order here. So they need to be confident and step up and do what they do well.
Mason takes strike 1 and then watches that up in the zone for ball 1. 1-1, 0 for 3 yesterday was Aubrey Mason. So still looking for that first hit of her girls' state softball tournament. Swing and a miss, and Ferber's really found her groove early. She's been working ahead in these counts, and that makes life a little bit easier on these pitchers.
It's always nice to be ahead as a pitcher. Here she is with a 1-2 count, all sorts of confidence coming in to try to get another strikeout.
Mason, a swing and a miss, but it's not squeezed. And it looks like a foul tip, so at-bat stays alive. Mason this season, just an 8th grader, .265 batting average. Can be picky at times. 13 walks. Chokes up a bit on the bat, shortens the swing, but to no avail as Ferber gets her 4th strikeout of the day.
Now batting designated player number 9, Gemma Plummer.
Gemma Plummer steps in. Did not have an at-bat yesterday. The junior, only 4 at-bats on the season, but trying to mix up this lineup a bit for the Greyhounds is Coach Heath.
And she mixes it up because she's a slapper, right? So she puts, she doesn't have to hit it hard. She needs to put it in play and see if she can beat out the throw.
Does slap it over to short. Fielded cleanly. Throw across by McKenna Olson. Plenty of time for out number 2.
Right. When you're slapping, you definitely want to try to hit it not exactly to the person, right? You definitely want to try to make them go to their left or the right to give you a little extra time. That one right to the shortstop and an easy out for Winterset.
Target hitting something that's a great part of the strategy of softball. So often, as you alluded to, the slap hitters know how to put the ball in certain places. Sometimes pitch can affect that, but really, the onus is on the batter.
Right. It's some of the angles of your bat and where you're making contact.
That ball flared out into center, but on her horse is Loudon, and out number 3, another 1-2-3 inning for the Winterset Huskies, and they're back up to bat in the home half on the Girls Union Network.
At Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy. Obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Something exciting is growing on Iowa farms these days. Innovation. From tractors that seed, weed, and harvest with data-driven precision to drones that scout or plant cover crops to protect soil and water. Even our animals live in smart homes with round-the-clock care. Technology keeps your food safer, water cleaner, and makes us more sustainable. Because what we do here benefits everyone here. Life on the farm makes everyone's life better.
Winterset circles to the top of their order here in the bottom of the third inning. And thanks again to the Iowa Farm Bureau for presenting the 2026 Girls State Softball Tournament as sole title sponsor of Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. Farm Bureau recognizes athletic and academic achievements on the mat and in the classroom, helping to nurture Iowa's future leaders as we get the put out with the leadoff in McKenna Olson.
Nice throw by Eva Brandenburg, proud number 1.
Olsen, Ferber here, trying to start things at the top of the lineup. This is where it started last time with Macy Olsen.
Olsen with that single back in the first inning. Olsen lays off the breaking ball outside. Hill working methodically will deliver. Olsen stays away from that one down in the zone. Macy Olsen this season, the junior, 96 plate appearances, batting .406, struck out just 8 times all season in the 2-hole. Olsen doesn't offer at it, but it is called strike. And a 2-1 count now to the third baseman for the Winterset Huskies. That's chopped. Little English on it will drift it foul. A 2-2 count now for Hill.
She's really working the inside of that plate. So she has a little more time to make contact and push that to right field. But she's got to get around on it as Kylie Hill is working the zone nicely. And right now she's sitting inside on this pitch.
Up and away, ball 3, counts full to Macy Olsen. Again, one thing that stood out to Hill yesterday, or for Hill yesterday, she does change that eye level a lot. How does that impact a batter?
It makes it difficult, right? It challenges, which is why you have to practice with the tee at all different spots for that outside pitch, more to the middle of the strike zone and inside because you're contacting it at different locations.
Olsen didn't have an answer, stares at strike 3 for out number 2. Hill's first K of the day. Brings up Ferber. Reached on that fielder's choice, got all the way to second on the throw away to first. Stays off that, but Hill works that inside part of the plate for strike 1. And again, also pitchers trying to find or figure out the consistency of the umpire, where their zone is going to live, and then adjust to it as well. That ball fouled back to the netting, strike 2. So many games within the game in softball that make you appreciate what this sport is. So the 0-2 from Hill. Ferber looks on. That'll stay down and away. Ferber, good patience there. Hill really hasn't thrown a ton of pitches. It seems like Winterset's trying to attack early in the count.
I like that strategy.
A swing and a miss, back-to-back Ks in a 1-2-3 inning. No runs, no hits, none left on base for the Huskies as we go to the top of 4.
Yeah, it's a trip when you hit the road. And when you know when you've arrived. It's a trip when you get everything you want. The burger and the fries, the creek and the crick, the city and the countryside. It's a trip when you're where you're meant to be. In this moment, in this bathroom mirror, looking like $1 million. And yeah, it's a trip when it goes by fast. Des Moines. It's a trip. Make it yours.
Excelling in athletics takes teamwork, dedication, and a commitment to excellence. These are the same qualities that help our pig farmers and our communities thrive. The Iowa Pork Producers Association is proud to support statewide high school athletics and the student athletes who make us all proud. Visit iowapork.org/WeCare to meet the people behind the pork and hear about our winning approach to caring for our pigs, the environment, and our communities.
Welcome back. Still scoreless here as we've gone through 3 innings of play, and Joanna Settles joining myself, John Schaefer, on the call today. Happy to be bringing you 4A action. And Joanna, we've been talking about how the game's evolved just today, but talk about how the tournament's evolved maybe a bit too.
Well, it's changed some since I've played, and as we watch Ava Brandenburg, the lead off for Burlington, trying to get something started. Has been 3 up, 3 down, all 3 innings. Here we are, inning number 4, and she's trying to get things started. But back when I played, it was a 16-team tournament and no double elimination, right? This is the first year we've had that. That
ball shot over to the right side. Loudon fields cleanly, throw over, plenty of time, out number 1.
So it was tough if you were a small school, and I'm from Columbus Junction, and so we were a small school. The first year we made it in 1991, we had to play Cedar Rapids Jefferson. If you know Cedar Rapids Jefferson, Larry Niemeyer, absolute legend, more winning, the winningest coach, I believe, in the history of softball.
Right.
We didn't come out on top in that one, but that was nowadays that would be a 2-way playing a 5A. And yes, we watched Hoosiers before we came.
I believe it.
So it was a 16-team tournament, and then it went to a 3-class tournament in the late 90s and the early 2000s, then a 4-class tournament, and then to the 5-class tournament that we have now. And then now this year, again, we evolve and move on to a double elimination. So every time it changes, it locks in whatever the records were.
And if anyone has the record book at home and you want to look up Joanna, go ahead and you'll find her on page 85 in there. Is a stellar batter. You had quite the career, obviously, with Columbus Junction, and so credit to you, but also thanks for sticking around the game and continuing to help grow it in that sense, too.
Well, it's so fun to play the game. Obviously, we're really successful, and that was so much because I had amazing high school coaches, Mr. Bob Curtis and Mr. Bob Martin. Unfortunately, Mr. Curtis passed away this year, so thinking of his wife, Cheryl, and Nicole and Sherry, his daughters.
Absolutely, and certainly those coaches make such a big impact on all of us players throughout the ranks. No matter what level you play, no matter what sport it is, coaches can have a drastic impact on young lives and certainly where they lead. So appreciate all the coaches out there impacting these young women out here today.
For sure, and I was part of an Iron Curtain. We had Michelle Martin from Columbus Junction. Her brother is actually the coach at Mediapolis and doing well with that program. She finished her high school career in 1992 with 1,781 strikeouts, which at the time made her the national high school career strikeout record holder. So that was one reason that we went. So we always like, what if we had classes? Last time I talked to Mr. Curtis, I was like, what if we had classes?
Addie Brandenburg strikes out swinging there, and for Ferber, that's 5 strikeouts. Coming into this inning really quick, do want to talk about how efficient Ferber's been. 34 pitches thrown, 30 of those for strikes.
Right. Talk about getting ahead in the count. Just brilliant at doing that. Again, we don't even talk about ages right now, right? It's the state tournament. It doesn't matter what grade you're in. But the younger, even the more mad respect you have. But to be ahead in the count gives you a lot of options, right? To stretch that zone a bit when you get an 0-2 count here. This is a rarity that it's a 1-0 count early in this with this batter.
She comes right back and answers with the strike, though. Shout out to the scorekeeping crew up here for letting us know that little tidbit stat as well for Ferber, who's just been absolutely stellar and a bright future ahead for her with a handful more years left as Hill tries to get sneaky and lay down the bunt. Drifts just foul.
And that's one thing we've seen is that everyone's too sneaky. It's okay. Put your bat out there and so many foul balls because you're late at showing. I like that idea by Kylie Hill. She wants to get on. She wants to create some action, make the defense, challenge them and see if they can do their job. So I like the idea, but put it out there a little bit sooner so that you can put the ball in play.
Back-to-back Ks, and Ferber's up to 6 strikeouts on the day. Another 1-2-3 inning. And we head to the home half of 4 on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company next.
At Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Looks like another perfect day to get out there and enjoy the summer.
Oh, before she gets in the car, it's easy to choose.
Iowa State Fair, August 13th through the 23rd.
So we cruise right along. Bottom of the fourth, stays scoreless right now. Brings up the heart of this lineup for the Winterset Huskies, Eva Minnick. Again, a big day yesterday. Trying to start things off here after grounding out to second to end the first. Winterset's seen a handful of base runners. Again, going back to the second inning, the double play by Burlington got them out of the jam. Now Hill goes right back with the heat across the heart.
Right, 2 strikeouts the last inning. She really found her groove. I haven't seen so much energy from her. She was very excited about that second strikeout, kind of fist bump. Yeah, like really getting fired up. And that's not what you want to happen to Kylie Hill if you're Winterset. So look for them even to be more creative to try to set down some bunts and put the ball in play as Kylie Hill gets fired up.
Yeah, the last thing you want is a juiced up Kylie Hill, who's got so much power and strength behind her already, and add in that a little bit of adrenaline burst, and she becomes even more dangerous in that circle. Works ahead, 1-2 count. Minnick looks on. Hill will take the foul ball. Minnick keeps the at-bat alive.
Right, and she loves the speed. We haven't seen much of her off-speed at all.
Is this the spot where you maybe come back with a changeup after throwing a few heaters?
Yes. I was expecting it on the last play, and it didn't happen. But I also called the North Polk game yesterday, and I had the Fort Dodge game.
Yeah.
Fort Dodge, Allstott threw more changeups than about anybody I've ever seen.
Really?
And very effectively.
Well, we see Hill come with some off-speed there. Minnick well out in front of it. And again, as a batter, you're trying to maybe anticipate what you might see in this. You might have a little bit of a scouting report as a coach after watching these teams play. I'm sure the coaching staffs both watched each other's games, as that'll miss inside.
Nice job of protecting the plate here. So important for her to do.
Eva Minnick, the righty, bats in the cleanup spot. Again, been really strong in that 4-hole. Lays off that and has worked the count full. Minnick this season, again, just an 8th grader, .321 batting average, 17 walks. Looking to find her way aboard right now. Hill has something to say about it. And that'll ring up the outside part of the plate. Minnick sits down, a 3rd straight strikeout for Hill.
That'll bring to the plate second baseman Nora Loudon.
Nora Loudon steps in, also grounded out to second in her first plate appearance of the day.
Yeah, look for Nora Loudon. She stays right in the middle of the, right beside the plate there. I thought she might back up a little bit, but I was hoping for her to be aggressive in the count, and she was swinging on that first pitch, putting the ball in play.
Ava Brandenburg, no issues there for the 6-3 putout. And out number 2, Hill will take that as well with only 1 pitch seen from that batter. That brings up Taylor Van Pelt. Led off that rally in the second with a single. Van Pelt confident, drives it out to center, but straight to Allen out there. And Annabelle Allen will get out number 3. Another 1-2-3 inning for the Burlington Greyhounds. They'll try and get a base runner here in the top of the 5th. Next on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
Excuse me, man? You dropped this.
Well, the pitcher's duel continues, and I probably just need to take a seat, Joanna, after my prediction in the pregame show of saying this could be a slugfest. Both these teams average 6 runs a game offensively, but right now the pitcher's just having their way with the batters.
They are. How about Danica Ferber, this 8th grader? Very confident, just such a presence in the circle here. And Kylie Hill, both pitchers, very in charge of their defense.
Ferber will paint the outside corner for a 1-1 count. Again, Fawcett, the right fielder, 1 for 2 yesterday, flew out to second base in her first plate appearance today. Swings and misses for strike 2. One thing I think both pitchers have done, again, changing levels. They're putting pitch locations in different spots and keeping batters on their toes.
Yeah, they're hitting their spots, right? Those are called pitches, and they're very effective at hitting the spots that are being called for them.
So we sit with a 1-2 count. Ferber set to deliver. The number by Fawcett, fielded cleanly, throw over in time. Getting the speedy Fawcett is Macy Olson. And there's out number 1 for Ferber in the 5th.
Macy Olson for out number 1. Now batting for the Greyhounds, first baseman Brycelyn Patton.
Burlington needing some base runners here to give themselves a little bit of life. Brycelyn Patton now. Stays away from that. Up and away, and Ferber has worked behind in the count a couple of times early. But again, she's bounced back. That's shot right out to center, and a few steps out for Gross. And that will be out number 2. And we just keep on cruising right along.
We are, again, for both teams, it's like their target practice, like you said before. It's right at someone. I mean, that's a pretty easy catch in center field, which is still fun, and you still have to make it.
Addie Gross didn't have to move much, though. Those are nice as a center fielder. As there's ball 1.
There's a lot of space in that left center. There's a big gap there as they hug the line with the left fielder, Minnick.
Ball 2 here to Levinson. Showing some patience. Yeah, both gaps seem pretty open, and Minnick, I think, trusts her speed quite a bit out there in left, as does Gross in center. We were getting a little carry yesterday thanks to the wind, but really those balls were so well hit yesterday it wouldn't have mattered where that wind was. As Levinson offers at that, and it's a 2-1 count for Ferber. But I will take this weather like 99% of the time, as that's fouled back.
It doesn't really feel like state softball, right? Let's go back to June. I mean, June, there were sweatshirts out and blankets, which is not a normal June for summer softball. So, it did get warm, obviously, in July. And now here we are. This Tuesday through Friday looks very pleasant.
A swing and a miss. Another strikeout for out number 3. I believe that's up now to 7. For Ferber, and she just keeps working right along. Winterset going to try and find a run here in the bottom of 5 on the Girls Union Network. You're watching State Softball, powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
Life's buzzing with energy. From the delightfully routine, to the novel and exciting, to the truly uncharted. With all that life brings, it's easy to lose track of what powers all those moments, our health. At Mercy One, our caring doctors focus on just that. Powering health, from the everyday to the extraordinary. So you're ready for what life brings next. Find care at mercyone.org/healthpowerslife.
Something exciting is growing on Iowa farms these days. Innovation. From tractors that seed, weed, and harvest with data-driven precision to drones that scout or plant cover crops to protect soil and water. Even our animals live in smart homes with round-the-clock care. Technology keeps your food safer, water cleaner, and makes us more sustainable. Because what we do here benefits everyone here. Life on the farm makes everyone's life better.
The pitcher's duel wades on. We have not seen any extra batters in the last 2 innings for either of these teams. Brings up Addie Gross. Center fielder had a single back in her first plate appearance of the day in the 2nd inning. Gross will stay away from that pitch well outside from Hill. Addie Gross, the lefty. The other thing, saw a few more slap hitters yesterday than I've seen today in today's game.
Right, Burlington's the only one there with Gemma Plummer.
That's shot right back at Hill. Fields her position. Little underhand toss, and nice and easy for Kylie Hill, out number 1. Brings up Tenley Smith, also had a single. Again, the 6, 7, 8 hitters for Winterset had a good first plate appearance. All 3 singled, just ran into that double play, and so Smith going to try and start a little one-out rally here. That'll miss inside.
That's a line that she's pitched so much today, and it's just within an inch there of hitting that inside of the plate.
Hill has tried to live in on the hands of these Husky hitters, and that's going to stay down in the zone for ball 2. Again, Tenley Smith, right fielder, struggled a bit yesterday, did have a walk. Otherwise, went hitless, but found a rhythm with their swing, and that'll paint the inside corner. Again, we have a hard time telling where that's at height-wise, but location-wise in relation to plate inside to out, it sure looked like it was on a similar line. 2-1 now from Hill. Gets Smith the fan at that, and a 2-2 count. Hill trying to figure out how to get her hands inside on it because she sees that, or I'm sorry, Smith trying to get her hands inside on it because she sees that Hill's kind of living there.
She is. She doesn't take. I thought she might back up from the plate a little bit since she's working that inside so hard. There's that same inside pitch.
It's chopped, throw across, beautifully handled by Ava Brandenburg. And the 6-3 putout gives us our second out of the home half of 5. I like that Ava Brandenburg attacked that as a shortstop, didn't try and play a short hop and sit back and wait for it. She gets after it really quick. Brings up Kayla Roberts. Catcher for Winterset. That'll bloop up and out of play, just beyond the first base bleachers. Credit to City of Fort Dodge and certainly the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union for putting on another fabulous tournament. As Roberts stays away from it, a 1-1 count, but just like with state basketball, you walk into the facility and you're just immersed in what makes the Iowa girl unique and special, and certainly the Union does a great job of making these players feel welcomed here.
Right. Well, it's exciting when you turn and turn into the complex just to see the fields, but how they're decorated and all the emblems of the Girls Union make it very exciting. You just want to get a glove, get on the field, get some dirt.
You still got it in you to get out there and maybe field some ground balls over there at first, make a diving play?
Maybe hit some to my daughter, not feel it myself. I'm retired.
Roberts grounds out to Levinson on the 5-3 putout. Ends the inning a 1-2-3. No hits, none left on base, no runs to show. We stay tied at goose eggs going to the top of 6 on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
SWIC is a community. Southwestern Community College is a place in rural southwest Iowa where students from across the world come to be a part of a tight-knit family, Spartan Nation, where they study, train, grow, thrive, and are called by name, not by number. At SWIC, We are one.
Well, we're through 5 innings, and once again, a big thank you to the Iowa Farm Bureau for presenting the 2026 Girls State Softball Tournament as sole title sponsor of Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. Farm Bureau recognizes athletic and academic achievement on the mat and in the classroom, and certainly on the field, helping to nurture Iowa's future leaders. So we hit the top of 6. Pitchers in a full groove at this point. Danica Ferber steps in once again, and I don't know what else to say but wow from her start today.
Super impressive. So confident. Not only working the zone, but her speed. She is finishing well. Her circle is very pure as she comes through to get all the natural speed that she can coming off the mound.
That ball drifting out into right. Fielded cleanly out there by Smith. Tenley Smith drifts in, makes the snag, out number 1. 7 strikeouts so far for Ferber. Brings up Gemma Plummer, the designated player.
It's not my fly.
Coach Heath having a word with her here and maybe trying to get a little sneaky. She is a lefty.
Well, it's good to see something different from the defense. And so you want to see how they'll cover this slap attack.
Well, you got Loudon sitting back a bit at second in case there's a pull up the middle. And then McKenna Olson has drifted in at short. And Macy Olson at hot corner playing a fearless depth, I'd say, at third. As well as good at first. How did you feel stepping in when you were a first baseman?
I loved coming up to cover.
That ball dropped in beautifully by Gemma Plummer, and right on cue, Burlington has their first base runner of the day.
Gemma Plummer with a base hit to left field. She's safe at first. That'll bring up center fielder.
Maybe that was the message from Coach Heath.
Well, there's a reason for the change in the lineup there for Coach Heath. He wanted to put they knew how good this Winterset pitcher is, and with Ferber on the mound, you have to just put it in play sometimes and do what you need to do. So a good change there because it's difficult to get a base hit against Ferber.
Getting back to the small ball aspect of this game, and Coach Heath has Annabelle Allen showing bunt in her first pitch scene. See if she goes back to it. She does show. Tries to slap it and get a chopper to go over the head of Macy Olson. And again, seeing some of that strategy and creativity of old school softball that we're used to.
Right, and it's just good softball. I don't care what decade it's from. It's just good softball, right? Advance the runner, see what the defense does. They're bringing in their corners. Not everyone even does that. Bringing in the corners, you can chop something over them.
Pushes it down the first baseline. No one's covering third, and Hetty plays the tag there. Yes, it is. What a throw across by Loudon. Gets it to Olson for the double play unconventionally.
It was. I love the aggressiveness of the base running. That's a situation where you can't go head first, though you have to slide around that tag and use your left hand to come back around to try to get around that, because I thought the throw was going to be late.
It sure looked like it was, but I think Olson, it was just an effort-on-effort play there, and certainly looked like Burlington had something dialed up. Instead, Winterset's defense comes up big, and we stay scoreless. 1 hit, 1 left on base. And here we sit going into the home half of 6.
Ready? Let's go.
Mom, over here. Yeah, this kind of thing can happen when you're hiking, but no worries, Mom. I can prescribe something to soothe the itch.
Unity Point Health looks at your family's health from your point of view, offering same-day appointments with expertise focused on what matters most to you. Unity Point Health. Expert care focused on you.
Well, it was an unconventional 1-2-3 inning for the Huskies on defense. Now they're going to try and crack Kylie Hill, who's gone 1-2-3, 3 straight showings here as well. As we approach the 6th, it's McKenna Olsen, the top of the lineup. Third plate appearance, still looking for her first hit on the day. Winterset only has 4 to speak of. Just 1 hit for Burlington as strike 1 comes through from Hill.
Well, not often that you see a double play, and both teams now have successfully completed a double play. So it's tough on the offensive end for both of these teams.
Olsen stays away from it. A 1-1 count. And a reminder with this format, it is win or go home at this point for these two teams. The winner of this one will face the loser of ADM Western Dubuque. Our next game here is she does offer at it for strike 2, does Olsen.
You know, when you're in the 6th inning and you get to start with McKenna Olsen, though, that's what you want for Winterset. You want to start at the top of the lineup here with Olsen, Ferber to start things off and get a base runner on and see if you can bunt him over.
That ball chopped to third, fielded cleanly, throw across in time. Levinson gets it there. That's a great adjustment by Patton, though, to get the tag.
It is. It's a little risky when you put that glove out there with the ball in it without 2 hands, and it can easily pop out of there. So it's good that she held on to that ball.
Also seen plenty of jammed wrists across the day and those things, too. Yeah, it can be a tough one, but nice adjustment by Patton over there for out number 1 on the 5-3 throw out there. It brings up Macy Olsen now. A single and a strikeout. Takes ball 1. A 1-0 count now from Hill. That's going to stay inside and low. Olsen staying patient at the dish. So a 2-0 count. Winterset looking for their first base runner in a couple of innings. That stays fair. Olsen trying to leg it out. Levinson does make the strong throw across. Handled wonderfully.
To get Olsen at first round number 2.
Danica Ferber now up. Trying to help her own cause and start a 2-out rally. Grounded into the fielder's choice in the first. Strikeout in the third. She's done her part defensively, though. That fires out into right, and she'll start it off as it nearly bounds away from Fawcett. Fawcett does a good job just to knock it down. Otherwise, that could be extra bases.
Yes, she made a little contact with it with her glove to slow things down. It only went a few feet off into the outfield to keep her on first base, and they'll bring in a runner for her.
And substitutions brought to you by IMT Insurance. And Brooke Roberts is going to courtesy run for the pitcher. Those courtesy runners so critical, and they do make a difference. I'll say that as well.
Well, you got to keep Danica Ferber fresh for the mound, and you don't want her on the bases. Keep her safe. But important job here, especially not to leave early. That's a call we've seen quite a bit throughout the season, even yesterday, where players are leaving too early. You have to wait till it releases from the hand of the pitcher.
Ball 2 here to Eva Minnick, a dangerous bat. Again, 3 for 4 with the rib yesterday. 0 for 2 today, though. The 2-0 on the way with Roberts at first. That'll catch the corner of the zone to Minnick. A 2-1 count now. Brooklyn Roberts with just 1 stolen base this season, and I think right now you're not going to necessarily risk it with her. You just need some speed out there.
Right, you want Eva Minnick to put into play. And how many teams have their cleanup hitter as an 8th grader?
The chopper gets through the wickets of Ava Brandenburg, and suddenly Winterset has 1 in scoring position and 2 aboard. They score at E6. Minnick does reach on it. And now we're going to get a circle visit and get their defense in order are the Burlington Greyhounds.
Right, the first thing you say is, hey, there's 2 outs. So that's good. There's 2 outs. You just need one more. Field it cleanly.
Any
Get out of the
bag.
inning. Yep.
Any bag is an out here, so just take the easiest route. Nora Loudon up 2 for 4. 2 RBI. Home run yesterday. She had the 2-run shot. Today she's grounded to second and short, so been hitting it back up the middle a bit. So 2 down. Hill trying to work out of another little pickle here. And Loudon lays off for ball 1. And as a hitter here, is it your probably mindset sitting to be patient here, wait for your pitch with this spot?
I think with Kylie on the mound, you have to be aggressive. If it's in the zone, you've got to trigger.
Loudon swings away at that. Drifts a little foul down the third baseline for strike 1. So with 2 outs in the 6th, still scoreless in this elimination game in the 4A bracket on Channel Seeds Field. It's again been a great start to the day for this 4A bracket. The 1-1 on the way. Loudon once again will watch that drift down to the zone. Hill has probably thrown a handful more pitches than Ferber thus far, but not really seeing her waver too much in the circle for Burlington. She brings some heat back at it, and Loudon fouls it off. Like to see that from Hill where she just attacks it. So the 2-2 now on the way from Hill. That ball shot right back to short. Throw across, not an issue for Ava Brandenburg, not an issue for Kylie Hill. 1 hit, 2 left on base, 1 error, but no runs to show. We stay scoreless as we go to the top of 7 here on Channel Seeds Field on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
At Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Danica Ferber stays in the circle here on Channel Seeds Field for the Winterset Huskies. She's faced 18 batters and sat down each one of them in some manner or another. 1 hit on the day. Shouldn't say sat down all of them. We did have the 1 hit from Gemma Plummer, but she got doubled off in a 3-4-5 put out. But no less, it's been just a stellar pitching performance from both sides of the field.
It has, and here's Danica Ferber. You can see her focus as she's ready to launch.
Top of the 7th, top of the order for Burlington.
So Ferber's going to see Ava Brandenburg for the 3rd time today. And she'll miss just up and away. Is there anything a coach says to a pitcher in this spot when she's been throwing as well as she has, or is it just keep going?
Always just little adjustments. What's working well, keep doing that. You can see her check her wristband, make sure she hits her spot here.
Misses just outside again, but it was right where her catcher in Roberts was positioned.
It's also advantage to Ava Brandenburg as she has seen her now twice, and now she knows the speed. You kind of are in sync with the speed and more confident as a hitter this 3rd time up.
Brandenburg fouls that back for a 2-1 count. Addie Brandenburg waits on deck, as does Kylie Hill. Another foul ball, 2-2 count. Just as quickly as Ferber was behind in the count, she's now evened it up. And And she's handled, obviously, this whole lineup really well, but when you look at the 1, 2, 3 hitters for Burlington, they've had a hard time getting to her. 4 strikeouts and 6 plate appearances by those 3 players.
Right.
That's shot foul.
Ferber doing such a nice job. They are swinging. Those are not backwards Ks. So they're aggressive at the plate, and she's getting it by them.
Ferber, again, 7 strikeouts thus far. And she's trying to keep the Greyhounds on their heels. That ball, once again, fouled off just past the dugout. Down there on the third base side. A good battle here by Brandenburg. We really didn't see a ton of pitches in her at-bats today as she takes ball 3. Loads the count up full.
That one was further out of range than Ferber anticipated, I believe.
Maybe trying to get that rise ball, start high and drift up. Paints the corner, a backwards K. Ferber sits down Brandenburg for out number 1 in the 7th.
That's a wicked pitch.
Living on the outside edge of the plate. And that's one of those as a batter you have to protect maybe a little bit more.
I agree.
Addie Brandenburg now up. Second baseman. Finds some contact. It's fouled back. Kylie Hill sits on deck. Addie Brandenburg, just a freshman. Pops it up. No one able to make a play on the little bloop foul. But it is an 0-2 count, and Ferber finds herself in command once again. So the 0-2, we await from Ferber. A swing and a miss, strike 3, back-to-back Ks. She's up to 9 on the day.
Brandenburg goes down on strike, star number 2. Now batting for the Greyhounds.
Brings up the junior, Kylie Hill. It's pitcher v. pitcher in this one. Hill has 2 strikeouts to her name this morning as well. Would love a hit in this moment. Ferber stays well out of the zone with her first pitch to Hill.
Remember, Hill tried to lay down a bunt last time. I wouldn't put that out of question. The corners are back, and she reads that well.
Up in the zone, 2-0 count from Ferber.
This is the pitch she wants, that 2-0 count. Ferber's going to bring something in the zone on this one.
Brings it up and in. A little high heat. Will miss, and I think Hill will get a take sign here. Though if there's anyone that's got a green light, it may be Kylie Hill.
I don't think we've had a 3-0 count with Ferber.
Not today, no. She's had a couple 2-0. Does get Kylie Hill to swing. So a 3-1 count now.
I like a green light in that situation.
Especially with your biggest bat in the lineup in Hill. 6 home runs on the season. And you know that's going to be close to the zone. If she connects, it could go a long way. And that's going to miss up in the zone for ball 4. And the first walk of the day from Ferber puts Hill aboard. Brings up Ava Fawcett.
And they'll let Kylie Hill run.
See how aggressive Hill is. This season, she has 11 stolen bases. She tries to go here, throw down in time, slides under the tag, and she has second and is in scoring position.
That's a beautiful slide. She takes it to the right, comes around, like we said, to miss the tag because it was a good throw there by Roberts, but not in time.
McKenna Olsen on the front side of the bag. To your point, Joanna, Kylie reads that nicely, stays away from the easy tag because the throw certainly could have been there easily, but again, good heads-up play and intelligent play by Kylie Hill, and this is the best opportunity Burlington's seen today. Second time they've had a base runner at second. Should say first time they've had a base runner at second.
Right, she went from first to third.
Yes. That ball fouled back to the screen.
That's when Plummer, had the base hit, went from first to third, and was tagged out at third for that double play.
If you want to see some insanity ensue, go ahead and rewind the YouTube feed back. I believe that was at the end of the sixth. Ball up in the zone, 2-1 count. So an inning ago, Burlington had their best threat. Now it's Hill at second. A 2-1 count to the 4-hole hitter in Ava Fawcett. Fawcett swings and misses. A great pitch location by Ferber and Fawcett fans. So 2-2. 2 down. We are in the top of the seventh, still scoreless. Ferber comes back. Fawcett loops it down the line. That's going to get out of play. Otherwise, a good track on it there from Macy Olson at third. And it stays a 2-2 count. Ferber deals again. That one popped up. This one drifting on the first base side. It's just off the dugout.
Left dugout, right dugout. Both players on defense in position to make those plays. But a good at-bat, battling hard. This is such an important at-bat. Really the most important at-bat of the day right here with Ava Fawcett, the lefty, with Hill on second base.
Up in the zone. Don't mind that pitch from Ferber there, but Fawcett's done a good job being patient, battling in the box.
Yeah, and that fills up the count.
Full count, 3-2, 2 outs. Hill does not have to move from second. That ball's lined out into the gap in right center, going back. It's to the fence. Hill comes home from second to score, and the tie is broken. Ava Fawcett in the clutch.
Ava Fawcett with the gapper to right center. That RBI, she just stays at one with no risk in that. Unbelievable. She just crushed that ball. And Hill, she can throw the ball well. She's a great, all-stater for shot and disc, but she's got wheels as well. That was a brilliant steal to get to second base. A great call by Coach Heath to put her in scoring position. And it's 1-0. Burlington's up.
The pitcher's duel has been broken with 2 outs. Ava Fawcett, the junior with the biggest hit of her softball career possibly. That ball stays up and away to Brycelyn Patton. A 1-0 count now. Ferber. Strike one to Patton. And certainly just a good piece of hitting from Fawcett. That was good on good. And someone had to win it. That ball now fired out into right, making the basket catches Smith, and that will end the inning. Winterset needs an answer in the bottom of the seventh, or their state tournament's over and Burlington stays alive. We'll find out what happens next on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
Something exciting is growing on Iowa farms these days. Innovation. From tractors that seed, weed, and harvest with data-driven precision to drones that scout or plant cover crops to protect soil and water. Even our animals live in smart homes with round-the-clock care. Technology keeps your food safer, water cleaner, and makes us more sustainable. Because what we do here benefits everyone here. Life on the farm makes everyone's life better.
It'll be the 6, 7, 8 hitters due up for Winterset, and they'll need more than those 3 if they want to keep their tournament hopes alive, trailing by 1. Just the second hit all day by Burlington was a big one off the bat of Ava Fawcett.
It sure was, but what put Kylie Hill on base was that one walk, the solo walk that Ferber has given up all day. That always hurts, and you know, When you walk somebody, they usually score, and that's what happens. A lot of things have to go right for Burlington for that to happen, and it did.
Certainly takes nothing away from the performance we've seen in the circle from Ferber today. Absolutely stellar. But now she's going to look to her offense to give her a lift and try and keep this game alive or end it here in the bottom of the 7th. It's got to start with with Taylor Van Pelt, who's 1 for 2 on the day. Hill a little wild with that one, ball 1. And again, credit, neither of these pitchers have had a walk leading into the 7th inning, at least from what I can recall.
You know the rally caps are on for Winterset. They were the 2023 state champions.
That ball lifted out into right, slicing, but reading it beautifully is Ava Fawcett. She gets the first out of the inning.
Winterset, of course, in the Raccoon River. Raccoon River Conference is loaded.
It's a beast.
It is in 23. Winterset won it in 24. It was Carlisle. They thought they'd be back again last year. Of course, Pella upset them and went on to win the Class 4A state championship. But ADM is here, Carlisle, North Polk, and Winterset. So 4 out of the conference of the Raccoon River.
That ball up and into Addie Gross. A lot to be said for the quality of 4A softball in Central Iowa, period, between the Little Hawkeye and the Raccoon River Conference as well. Obviously, Pella doing what they did last year in that miracle run. North Polk mixed in there. Again, Central Iowa, just a hotbed of great softball if you're looking for it. Hit sharply to second, taking no time at all is Addie Brandenburg to get out number 2, and the Winterset Huskies down to their final out of the tournament. Tenley Smith steps in. 1 for 2. A single in the second. She looped one out into right. She'll look to replicate that and give Kayla Roberts a chance to keep it going. Hill fires a strike in.
That's a confident strike right there.
She has found a groove going back to the 3rd inning. After giving up 3 singles in the second, she's locked it in.
And only because of a double play did she get out of that one.
The 0-1 fouled back, out of play, 0-2. Hill wants to end it here.
That's a big, deep breath there by Kylie Hill as she heads back to the mound.
Final out's always the hardest. Tenley Smith. The righty stands in the batter box. Hill delivers. Smith patience does not offer, and it brings it to a 1-2 count. Hill just missing the zone outside of the plate. Looking for a hair of help there from our home plate umpire. Instead, it sits 2-2.
Yeah, you can feel the tension. It's quiet. It's quieter. Everybody's trying to breathe. She fills it up.
Hill misses again, and Tenley Smith has made her work for it. It is a full count. Hill's got to come in, takes a breath at the top of the circle, regroups. The payoff on the way. Comes back in, grounded to third, fielded nicely, throw over in time and on the money. Levinson seals it up, and it's a complete game shutout for Kylie Hill. Gives up just 5 hits. Burlington's tournament, they keep it alive with a 1-0 win today over Winterset. Joanna Settles, final thoughts.
And what a day by third baseman Levinson. She had a lot of difficult plays, and she did a nice job getting over to Patton for the out. But Kylie Hill, so confident, so powerful, and so smart as a batter as well. So she's doing it on both sides of the plate. So congratulations to Burlington, to Coach Heath. And what a season for Winterset. A tough conference. They battled to get here again, and a tough day for them as they go home.
They will be back